Hey, what's up guys? Sloth King here. Today, we're doing some more maintenance on the 4Runner. So it's been a couple of years since I've done the differential fluid and the transfer case fluid. It's been 2 years and just about 45,000 miles so far. So Toyota recommends that you change your differential and your transfer case fluid every 20,000 miles. Some guys, everyone actually that I've read, they go between 20 and 60,000 miles. So I'm kind of right in the middle of that. I do put about 12,000 miles on my vehicle per year. So 2 years later, about the same time, actually, same time in the year since the last time I did it. And I figured I'd just do a little maintenance video on this so that way you guys can be like, oh, hey, let me go do mine too. And I've already put a video out on it a couple of years ago, but I'm just going to do a refresher since, you know, I'm a little more better at my videos now than I was before. So we're just going to go through it. And what actually sparked me to do it is because just yesterday, I was just checking a few things on the front differential and I needed to pop out my CV axle. And I noticed the fluid was kind of dark. So I actually had 1.5 quarts on me. So I just did the front differential yesterday. And I thought to myself like, oh, I should have filmed this. So now I'm going to do the transfer case and the rear differential. So I'm gonna tell you what you're gonna need today, and then we're just gonna jump right into it, and I'll show you where the fill and drain plugs are and the torque specs on that front differential. So let's get into this. All right, so here's everything we'll need. You will need some gear oil. 75W90 is what I use and everyone uses. Toyota calls for 75W85, but since that is a little bit harder to find and it tends to be a bit more expensive, 75W90 is totally fine to use. I prefer using full synthetic. You need a GL5 type of gear oil. And actually, sometimes I got this from Napa today, and they had 20% off of their gear oil. I can't speak right now. But go ahead and check your local auto parts stores because sometimes they run deals on this stuff. So the full entire, if you have a four-wheel drive 4Runner to do your front and rear differential along with your transfer case, you will need just about 6.5 quarts of gear oil. But if it's just two-wheel drive, you're just going to need like 3.2 for the rear. The front takes 1.5. The transfer case takes another 1.5-ish, 1.6. And then the rear takes that 3.2 or whatever it is. So you're going to need a little bit extra. That's why you pick up the extra quart. Ideally, pick up like a hand pump. You don't need it if you get one of these flex fill bags. It'll fit in any of the areas. But anyway, so get yourself some rags, some gloves, of course, brake cleaner, something to drain it out in. As far as the transfer case and rear differential, you will need a 24mm socket for that. The front ones, it's annoying. It's going to be a H10 Allen key that you will need. And with the front differential on these things, they tend to strip out. So if you pick up the Lexus fill and drain plugs and just replace them while you're doing it, I totally forgot to pick them up, but I will, if I can find the part numbers, I'll put them in the description. And sometimes like it's rounded out, so you might need to use a T55 or T56 Torx bit as well. That way you can hammer it in there and then you can remove the plug. Definitely get a torque wrench for this stuff. And yeah, some new crush washers. Everything I'm using today, I will, of course, link in the description below. So without further ado, let's start doing this. So this is the transfer case right here. So here is your fill bolt, and here is your drain bolt. Let's go ahead and crack the fill bolt first. That way we can make sure we can fill it back up. And nice and loose, perfect. And then let's go ahead and crack the drain bolt. Oop. Nice and loose, perfect. Now let's go ahead and get our drain pan ready. First, actually, I'm going to take out the fill bolt so it can drain a bit faster. And then just set that guy aside. And then here we go. Yep. Looks kind of clean, but it is it's a little dark. Not as bad as when I first drained this thing. All the fluids were really dark on it. So we're just gonna let that drain fully until it's just a drip. And then we can go ahead and fill it back up. All right, now that it is at a drip, let's go ahead and install our drain plug. This guy gets torqued to 27 foot-pounds. There we go. I went over it by just a little bit. So now we can start filling this guy up with 1.5 quarts. Now this is probably the longest part because the pump can only pump so much in at a time. All right, now we just need half a quart. All right, and once you know it's full, you will see a little bit of fluid drip out, and like you'll see it like just drain out in like a small, almost like a trickle. That's when you know it is completely full. Just like that. Now it is completely full. All right, and this will also get torqued down to 27 foot-pounds. There we go. Now go ahead and just spray it off with brake cleaner, and then we can move on to the rear differential. All right, guys, rear differential. Here's the fill plug, here's the drain. You probably know the drill already. Let's go ahead and just loosen up the fill plug. Nice and loose. And let's go ahead and drain the fluid out now. Oh yeah, that is nice and dark. Wow. Let's see. There's just a little bit of material on the magnet. That's about normal. There wasn't a whole lot. So there's going to be some metal on it, but you don't want it to be like a pile like that high, because that's a problem. But looks normal to me. Now we just let it fully drain and then fill it up with 3.2 quarts. Oh, and sometimes your crush washer will get stuck on here, so pay attention to that. Mine is stuck on here. All right, and while we're down here letting it drain, it's always good to double check your differential breather plug, which is located on the top left side, the top driver's side of the differential. And one way to check to see if it is still functioning, right up here. If you just go ahead and move it, oh, it's so hard to show. As long as you can rotate that cap and you hear it like spin, you're good. Now, if you don't hear it spin, or if it doesn't move at all, go ahead and replace it, because it will cause the differential to build up too much pressure and it can blow out your axle seals. So It's always good to check it about every year or so, or every single time you change your differential fluid, and it will save you a costly repair. So, looks like the differential is about done draining. Let's go ahead and put our fill plug back in. Remember, it is the one with a magnet on it. And then this guy gets torqued to 36 foot-pounds. Torque down. Now we can go ahead and fill it up with 3.2 quarts. And it'll be the same thing. Once you see it start dripping out, you are good. And there we go. Once you see that stream come out, we are nice and full. All right, now we can go ahead and torque that down to 36 foot-pounds. There we go, all done. Now just go ahead and do the same thing, spray this off, wipe it, and then I'll show you the front differential. So if we come down here, here is the differential drain plug, and there is the differential fill plug right up there. They're both H10. So once you go ahead and make sure that your fill plug can be removed, you can remove your drain plug, of course, and then drain it out, fill it back up with about 1.5 quarts, and then they both get torqued to 20 foot-pounds, and then you're done. You'll need to take off your skid plate right here, so that way you can access your fill and drain bolts, and then yeah, you'll be good to go. All right, guys, we're all done. Let's go ahead and check out this fluid right here. It is pretty dark once you can actually see it in its fullest. So I will definitely be trying to change this every 20,000 miles. So anyways, guys, hopefully you found this pretty helpful. And I like making updated videos and making sure that my maintenance is up to date and making sure that your maintenance is up to date as well. So hopefully you guys found this updated video very helpful. If it did, awesome. Glad to help you guys out. Keep your Toyotas up to date on your maintenance. And if you want to support the channel, you can go ahead and pick up some merch. And this is my brand new death metal t-shirt. I'm actually really excited to announce this one. I went through a couple different iterations to try to get it exactly how I want it, and I think it is pretty sick. So you guys can go ahead and pick up one of those t-shirts, a hat. I also have a couple different variants of these shirts as well. I will have my shop linked in the description below. And like always, I'll catch you guys on the next ride.